Hey folks, another very warm day across the valley, especially the farther west you get. 102 right now in Rio Grande City, a bunch of 90s then as you work your way eastward. Even Port Isabel checking in at 91, Brownsville at 93 right now. Overnight, we're going to bottom out close to 80, upper 70s, low 80s once again, and a mainly clear and warm night across the area. And then tomorrow, it's hot again, 102 in the west, 100 McAllen at Edinburgh. You cool off a little bit as you get closer to the coast. The normal high for this time of year, the 30-year average, is 96. We're going to stay above that for a few days. Not going to threaten any records. It's close to normal, if you will, so just a little above, but not a lot. Doppler's been quiet over the region today, and Future Track suggests it'll stay mostly quiet tonight. During the daytime tomorrow, partly to mostly sunny skies, and we do it all over again on Saturday. Maybe some patchy low clouds early, but during the daytime, partly to mostly sunny again. Once we get beyond Saturday, some of the models start to indicate there could be some moisture moving in late Sunday into Monday, and we're putting a mainly dry forecast out for Sunday. Implication is less than 10% chance of rain. There might be something late in the day, but very isolated, nothing widespread just yet. As we look at satellite and radar over the region, we zoom out just a little bit. You'll notice there's been a lot of clouds off to the west of us today. A lot of clouds way to the east, but nothing over Texas, really under the influence of the big ridge. We're going to let this run through Saturday. Nothing changes much. The ridge stays off to the west, but by next week, we start to see the ridge break down a little bit on the east side, and actually a cool front moves across the middle part of the country, and that cool front does get into Texas by Monday. And strong breakdown in the jet stream over here. Big trough comes into the eastern part of the country. That pushes much cooler air across a lot of the country, pushes this front down to maybe Corpus Christi probably, stalls it out, and even behind. It's not going to be dramatically cooler, but there is a little bit of an air mass change. So along that front, showers and thunderstorms may fire up. Now, this is the GFS model. It suggests we see some pretty decent rain middle part of next week, so we'll have to wait and see Tuesday into Wednesday, maybe even into Thursday as that front stalls. You don't talk about fronts in July very often, and more than likely it'll stall maybe farther north than what the models are suggesting. But then eventually it goes away. We still have an inverted trough left over in the area by the time we get to Friday, so that still brings moisture in. So still potential for showers all the way into the end of next week. But we're talking next week, not until then. So for this week, it's pretty quiet. And Monday, we start to see the increase in the rain chance. Nothing in the tropics. From here all the way over to Africa, very quiet. Pacific watching two systems, one just south of Mexico, another one way out in the middle of the Pacific. Both have chances of developing, but both headed out in the open Pacific, not expected to be a threat to much of anybody. If you're headed to our coast, here's what you can expect. Winds out of the southeast, 10 to 20 knots, choppy on the bay. Small craft operators urged to use caution. There's a moderate risk of rip currents. The first tide is a low tonight. Just before 11 p.m. There are two more tides tomorrow. See your first 1-5 AccuWeather forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy, breezy, and warm. 79 for the low. Then tomorrow back up to 98. Mostly sunny, breezy, hot. South to southeast winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. A couple of 98s. Then we throw in a couple of 97s and a 96. Middle of next week, rain chance goes up to about 30% by Wednesday, with that temperature to go down just a little bit. That's your updated first 1-5 AccuWeather forecast.